What up, everybody? Unbelievable. This is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Case 2. Reunion and Turnabout. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Wright, continue, please. Excuse me. My big dad is making linguine and clams. I don't like clams. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the hand. And this straight caused my end to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It's very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? I don't buy that. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. But the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she? The witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you were to know what this unexpected thing was, there's always later. Yes, very well. Ugh. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Phoenix Wright has stomach stones. That's not a thing. It's kidney or bladder. Painful as fuck either way, as from what I heard. And now, witness, continue with what happened. Ain't shove it up your bum. Was it really that easy for you? Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. That don't mean shit. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already? Mr. Phoenix wrong? What about this picture? Remember at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. How old are you, Mr. Judge? We never knew. Just wondering. I don't care either way. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yeah, so would have. However, your mother. You fainted? I became dizzy, and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps? And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness elaborate on that point for us. Elaborate, vile fiend. My spinal columns. Is that because you're unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you had absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Once you mention it, I wonder myself. I wonders in a wonder ball. From my understanding, you guys overseas have what's called a Kinder Egg. It's like a chocolate egg with like a toy inside. Of course, they are banned over here. I'm sure for the reason of being like a choking hazard. It makes sense to me. We do have an equivalent. I don't know if they still make them, but when I was a kid, we had these Wonder Balls. It was a hollow chocolate ball with candies in them. I always wanted one, but I was always told no. I think I had like maybe 2 in my lifetime. Quite frankly, I don't see them being made anymore. Maybe they're somewhere. I don't know. Another thing I haven't seen since my childhood. Butterfinger BBs. I like those more than the regular Butterfinger. But what about a Butterfinger? Anyway, I would love it. I always thought I would love eating them. I always wanted them. They were good. I don't know if they still make them at all, or if it's just a Butterfinger. Nobody better let her finger on my Butterfinger. Go. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. That's 2 words. What do you mean by that? It means she's at soup. What do you mean she's at soup? It means she's at soup. What store are you in? I'm at the soup store. Fuck you. It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. Let's say Ms. Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. By the way, that bit was from the Code Base abridged thing. Codemate. The fuck was with the yelling? That's enough. From what I can tell, there's nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. Apart from the fact that she's a lying sack of shit. For what she has said, we can establish that Maya Vey did leave the chamber. Hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the chamber of secrets? I didn't get to read that, you cunt sack. Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who? What? Well, who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eenie Miney? Think you could see where this is headed? Schmeedy Schminy Schmo. Witness name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eenie Meenie. Wait, so my name is like Eenie Meenie, Eenie Miney. I'm like researching like psychology stuff at like university. What is this parapsychology? Let's like see. It's like I guess most people call it like the occult like stuff. You know, that's what most people call it. I can't say I understand what that means. And I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, ma'am. Now then, Miss Miney. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. And it's correct. Well, I guess. That's the case, to answer your testimony. Like, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to, like, hear this? Suck it up. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, ma'am. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some balls, for my sake. I think Death's the Kid would have a word with her about her wrist jewelry being not symmetrical. Although they bring up, you might remember his hair isn't symmetrical, but they do bring that up. Fuck. Like, when the challenge started, I was, like, sleeping in the, like, side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly? How did the Japanese get this? How would they, like, translate this? Are there any Japanese people that would, like, talk like this? Like, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I can't really say that I would. Well, I don't live in Japan, so I don't know. But that would seem sort of out of place. I don't know. Whatever. Like a little later, someone like came into the room, like really, like suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I like hadn't seen her in like so long. I was so happy in like a sad way. My sister, she like told me something like totally terrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at the time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Mimi Mighty. She was the nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... a witness? Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? Sure, we'd love to hear about it. I'm like, do I totally really, like, have to? Okay. Miss Mighty, please. My sister, like, this is what she, like, said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Edie? She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. Therefore, are you satisfied? Are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far to use a medium to get revenge. It's a bit hard to swallow. Not as hard as it's gonna be to swallow that whip when I jam it down your throat. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wrong? Wright. Certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. Word comes around. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find the one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Ooh, tapestry. That's a word. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe in Steve. We believe that our cross-excommunication. I'm not even sure what that would be, because an excommunication, you're kicked out of a church. You're kicked out of a religion, actually. As far as Christianity goes, it's up for the Pope. The Pope does that. It's the Pope's decision. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal this. I don't know what a cross-excommunication would be. But that's so funny. I can smell supper. It smells good. Unfortunately, it's all it does. I don't like clams. Although that's making me really hungry. I guess, I have eaten clams before, but it was masked. The taste was masked by other bits of food. Served like this, it's not masked, and I just don't like it. Yeah, and the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. Wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. You're not a clown, you're the whole circus! I'm trying to remember what case that was. Not the thing I just said. Another one. After the moida. Like, when did the channeling... Fuck me. Excuse me. Oh my god! I don't know. My brother was dead and I suddenly saw his ghost or whatever. I'd be shocked as hell. You were happy in a sad way? Like, yeah, I mean, I was like my sister. Wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing you dead, loved one alive again? I would. But, like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult. But I, like, know about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? We're bringing you in for questioning. We're bringing you in for questioning. We're bringing you in for questioning. Bringing you in for questioning. We're bringing you in for questioning. So you really didn't think anything strange in the whole encounter? No? Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think that anything was, like, strange. But, ow! You got the tip! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright, it's a question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is that really that important? It's very important, Your Honor. Your Royal Highness. Very important. I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. I enunciated wrong. But I gotta bluff it out. I make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Stop yawning! It's alright, Mr. Wright. Mrs. Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay. I'm like, totally like, cool with that. Like, oh my god. And shove it up your bum. So there's nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance? Like, yeah, nothing was like weird. Maya's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on? That's interesting! We all know what Maya's costume looks like. Bloody, bullet hole. Objection! That was a very well spun lie, Miss Edie. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed. That's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you had said? Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, but I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. Bloody purpose! This is a picture of your sister, you meant. I would think that even you would be surprised if somebody appeared before you like this. Blood the purples. The blood spray. Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw when you blah, blah, blah. Why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order! Miss Mighty, what is the meaning of this? Miss Mighty? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me! That? Eep! What are you staring about, Your Honor? That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry. I, didn't mean to snap. Ya bubbly boo. Now hurry up with the testimony. If you please. Ugh, Judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's giving me. Considering he's being whipped. Franziska is whipping the piss out of everybody. That reminds me of a skit on Robot Chicken. It was Legos. Whip them! Whip the piss right out of them! Because they could not have to do both. They got into this wrong set of blocks. They were meant to build a pyramid. They got into the space blocks. Whip them! Whip the piss right out of them! After the murder, part 2. The side room was kind of dark. You no? So the guy's room is purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. Bullshit! And I persuaded my sister it wasn't right to do something like that. And then I took my sister to the channeling chamber. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Yes, now I say. And you've given us a clear reason why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? No! She's a lying sack of shit! Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. Anyone else notice a similarity between her and April May? Small. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just paraphrasing. Yes, that was a fairly odd reference. Thank you for noticing. No, that's not what paraphrasing means. I think. I think it's summarized, something like that. So to paraphrase that, side room. She was in the side room. It was dark. And what was your sister, Ms. Mimi Miney, like at the time? Well, she was totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think she knew. She said she did something really bad. And she said she wanted to go with me to apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi Spare really say all that to you? Yeah. Wow. Oopsie. Bye. Poop. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip all that. Ain't shove it up your bum. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking revenge on, like, Dr. like, Gray, like, made her feel, like, a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better, too. Mr. Wright, the sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. She could give Simon Belmont a run for his money. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, just out of place? There's something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Damn, I could have done that, or I could have done. Well, there's something strange, and it don't look good. Guess who it is? Ghost Nappa! Something out of place? Huh? Like, what do you mean? When you, because you know, you had, when you couldn't, you know, when you were going to the crime scene? Talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. So, press harder, you bastard. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to the court. You think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd to the way the channel time was all that important? Very. I asked that it was very important. That doesn't know where I'm going to this. Very well. Ms. Miney, if you will, please quote a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but, like, okay. Bullshit! Try to remember that time. Oh, wait, I remember. Like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way. Guess this really is a dead end. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never... New PlayStation... Whoa, what? I'll have to look at that later. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. It's no good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in it, get along. He'll end the trial. I know. On the trial, I know. We have to give it another shot. Doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. Then why aren't you saying anything, bitch? Think back. At the time, Pearl was trying to repair that because she broke it with her ball. Bitch would have seen it. Bitch would have seen it. You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber? However, that is impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through that area would have had to have seen her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that? Nah! She turned into a ghost. As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Understatement of the century. And she's not even blonde. Wait a minute. Oh, well, I suppose they're not identical. That's brunette, not blonde, for the record. Just from her face alone, I get an airhead freaking aura about her. Speaking of airheads. Airheads candy! Oh, they're always good. I love them. They're good. There's the hottie. Yes, yes. Oh, so she was leading her sister at the time. You honestly think she would have noticed a simple child like preposterous? It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What sort of foolish... There's no way somebody walking around would have not noticed Pearl. Pretty pearly, pretty pearly. Because she was busy fixing that. The earnings might prove. An old cracked clay pot? What is that gonna prove? You know why it's cracked? Because Pearl broke it, that's why. She broke the urn? Yow! Manipply whipply! What do we feel about you? Feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day. The urn was broken around the time the channeling started. Ah! And Pearl was the one who put it back together. Well, sitting right in the middle of the winding way. Ghosty! What? Miss Miney! Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You're a lying piece of shit! You are a masterful liar. Ms. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is a witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. You're overruled, bitch. See, look, you're sweating. The witness just testified about that. That's right! I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? That was no way. There lies in here, bitchy bitch. What are you... The witness said that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible. Because there's clearly a contradiction here. Contradiction? Where's this contradiction? Help me, Mia! I don't remember. I don't know. Correct. So, it's in her testimony. Earlier in her testimony, Ms. Miney, you made the following statement. And, like, Ms. Morgan was, like, the only one in the channeling chamber? You know? Totally? It's true that at the time, both myself and Ms. Hard were not there. We have gone to call the police. So? Like, what does that have to do with it? Oh my god. Don't rip it. Just zip it. Just zip it! Shut the hell up and zip it! Like, what does that... Like, what does that, like, have to, like, do with anything? Very simple. Miss Mighty, how did you know that fact? How? I can see that Miss Faye was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Ah! Whoa! But look at the man or gag man. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yeah, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Eh? Well, I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah! The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. So now's the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, what's your answer? Where was the witness when the murder took place? They're in the channeling chamber, obviously. Miss Miney here's... Miss Miney was here, of course. What? But that's a channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Order! 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 That's... Why... Mr. Phoenix, Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber where the channeling started. Yes, that's correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Wrong! Simple. Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. If you can't do the crime, don't do the... Wait, what? I did that wrong. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Here, of course. Behind the voting screen? Aiyah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk! Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball! Now, Miss Miney. With one so young as you shouldn't be saying... Shut it, Gramps! As if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Never mind. Doing that thought from memory. Anyway. In the clothing box. Miss Miney, how were you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime? Very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah! That tiny little box? No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Father disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. But that clothing box is in the side room, right? Ow! Ow! Hair. Which means there's nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right, I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright? You think you could prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I can! Right? You bet your sweet pippy I can. And now I present the piece of evidence that would prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. The folding screen. Take a look at this clothing box. It's so stupid. Isn't there any sort of evidence in that old thing? What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this is open. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen. This is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Order! Order! So what do you say? Piss off! So then, Mr. Phoenix, Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney? That's exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No! Stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness! If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do it all by herself. Correct. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ayah! You never mind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Miss One Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Ms. Miney? You had an accomplice. I mean, she did shoo us out of the room. This person. If it wasn't someone from Parade Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. If it wasn't someone from the Faye household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Faye? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own two hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. The phony screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Mighty, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. And pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind the murder. Who starts laughing at a time like this? Ah! Oh, you are simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, you still by chance evolving. What is it this time? Ms. Von Karma, surely. Of course it was me. You really think summoning Von Karma blood will lose due to something this petty? Yeah. What in the world? Miss Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is... if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Hey? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Where's her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say, too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Oh, but you do. A motive? I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. You lost it. Hang on. So, we'll reveal the reason next time. Till then, if y'all play, please don't stay zombie and I'm out.